Good evening from tennisreporting.com. Today's video tutorial is how to enter a dual match. Upon logging into tennisreporting.com, you just want to make sure that your roster is all set so that once you enter your match, all of your players will show up. Once you have your roster all set, make sure you go to Meets and create a meet. The first step is to just enter the title of the meet, could be the opponent that you play, and then the date that the meet actually happened, and then hit proceed to step 2. Once you come into this page, you'll see a versus box. You can go ahead and type your team that you just competed against in the versus box. So we start typing and all the names pop up. We played Ashwaubenon tonight. What you'll see is as soon as we type in Ashwaubenon, the head coach's name comes up, the coach's email, and the coach's phone number comes up. Sometimes, especially at the start of the season, all of the opponent rosters are not fully accurate. They might not have added in all of their players yet. There's no problem there. You can go ahead and help them. Right up top here in the blue, it says click here to modify Ashwaubonon's roster. I can easily click there, and what I can do is if they're missing a new freshman, I can put their first name, their last name, that they're a freshman, and I can go ahead and hit the plus button and add that player to the roster. As soon as I do that, I'll hit back to the meet, and it'll bring me back into the meet. As soon as I'm in the meet, now all I need to do is enter my singles and doubles results. One of two ways that I can do it. I can individually add them in. I can put the flight number at 1 singles. Isabel played Marissa. Marissa won. 6-1, 7-6, space 4. That's how you enter a tiebreak, and I can hit add. Very simply, all of a sudden that updates. As you can see as well, down at the final score, as soon as you hit a winner of a school, that's going to update your final score. Another way that you can enter the players is by importing your lineup. So if you've created a lineup, you can go ahead and import it there. The nice part is, even if you have an import lineup, and let's just say our 4 singles, Gabby, she wasn't able to play today because she was sick, I can go ahead and click on Gabby, and I can change her, drop her down to any other player on my roster, such as Megan. So I can go ahead and put Megan in, whoever she played, Kennedy, and I can go ahead and add that result there as well. The nice part about tennis reporting is we also have a retired and default option in this last column here. So if there was a default, which means Megan and Kennedy never played, Kennedy wasn't able to participate, but I still need to count that win for the Bayport. I can just go ahead and click there and hit default, and the system will automatically add in that 2020. And if I had a retirement, which means that the result started, but someone was unable to finish it, potentially due to sickness or whatever the case, I can go ahead and hit retire there, and everything updates. As you can see, it's very simple. Now we can do the same for doubles, adding in the import lineup, or individually put in all of the results. So a few things that we want to make sure that we do is we want to make sure that when we're at the match, the head coach of the home team should be putting in the results of the match into tennis reporting, because new this year we have an approve button. We've had a lot of requests for it, so we went ahead and developed it. So here's how it's going to work. The home school that's hosting the event of the dual meet should go ahead and put the result inside tennis reporting. So at the meet, make sure you confirm who's going to put the result in. Make sure that you confirm with your opposing coach what the scores, so that once they put them in the system, everything is accurate and it's very simple. If there's somebody who's a little technology challenged, it doesn't really matter who puts the result in. Just make sure that when you're at the event, you just talk between the two coaches and say, hey, I'll put it in, or you put it in. No problem there. As soon as the event is all done and you've put in all your results, you go up to the top, and then there's an approve button. Very simple. You hit approve. And what that will do is it will send an email to your opposing coach with their email here saying you have an event that was put in, you need to approve it. As soon as the person who put the event in hits approved, all of that information is saved now, and it will show up at your end of year player reports, just like it always has. When you're the opposing coach and you get the email, what you need to do is just log into tennis reporting, go to meets, view existing meets, and what you'll do is you can click on that event and you'll see this. You have two options. You can either reject the results based upon some result being incorrect, or I can approve it. If I hit approve, that's perfect. That's the ideal way it should work. As soon as you hit approve, all of those results are put into the system, and all those results will show up on your player report, your PSR. As soon as the initial coach puts the result in, this coach who receives the email has 48 hours to accept those results. You can either approve them or reject them. If you do not accept them within 48 hours, those results will not show up on your end of year player reports. So ideally, like we said, communicate to find out which coach is going to put the results in the system. Make sure you update the scores and make sure you're accurate. So then it's very simple to just hit approve. But let's just say somebody incorrectly put in a result. All you have to do is hit reject. You can put a reason, number one singles. Should have been 6-1, 6-2, and hit reject. And what that will do then is it will prompt an email to the creator of the event to go in to one singles and update that score. As soon as they update that score, boom, 6-1, 6-2, they'll update it, and then they can go ahead and send for approval again. As soon as they send for approval, the opposing coach will go ahead and get that notification. Then at that point, they can accept it within 48 hours. So it's new. All the coaches wanted it. So we hope that this is a great addition to help expedite entry of scores and more accurate reporting of scores. And that is how you enter a dual match inside tennis reporting. And from all of us at tennisreporting.com, have a great start to the season.